Juggalos in recovery. Juggalos in recovery. Juggalos in recovery.
Hello, everyone. Enzo, Alberto, here with Juggalos in Recovery to lead a guided meditation. The meditation I picked for this evening is metta, which is a Pali word meaning loving kindness. So I will start us off with a relaxation technique, and then I'll ask you to envision certain persons and the world, and you will just repeat after me mentally. After that, we will just sit in silence for about 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is over, I'll ring a bell, and then we can have a quick little check in about our experience, any insights, things you like, things you didn't like, whatever have you. It's your time. So I begin with a bell. Please sit comfortably in a relaxed position. You can close your eyes. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Starting at your feet, with each breath, envision all the muscles and tendons and fibers loosening and becoming more relaxed. Move on to your legs now. Each breath, your legs are becoming more and more relaxed. Focus on your back. Each breath, the muscles become looser, more relaxed. Your chest and abdomen, as your breath moves in and out, become more and more relaxed. Your shoulders, your arms, down to your fingertips, more and more relaxed. Your neck, jaw, face, head, more and more relaxed. Please envision in your mind an image of yourself or talking to yourself in a mirror and say to yourself, may you know peace. May your heart remain open. May you know the beauty of your true self nature. May you be healed, and may you be a source of healing for others. please envision a loved one. Say to them, may you be healed. May you know peace. May your heart remain open. May you know the beauty of your true self-nature. May you be healed, and may you be a source of healing for others. Please envision now a difficult person or someone you have conflict with. Say to that person, may you know peace. May your heart remain open. May you know the beauty of your true nature. May you be healed, and may you be a source of healing for others. Now please envision the world, whether it be a town, city, a blue orb in space, the universe itself. Say to it, may you know peace. May your heart remain open. May you know the beauty of your true nature. May you be healed, and may you be a source of healing for others. For 5 minutes, we will sit with this feeling that we just experienced. Thus concludes a meta meditation practice. So, after a meditation like this, I like to have what's known as a check-in. Today, I will begin with a quote that I just love because the story behind it is just amazing. And I'd love to tell you about it some other time. But the quote is, "Those whose misdeeds are covered up by good deeds illuminates this world as does the moon freed from a cloud." Now, if you feel like it, no obligation, you can come and say who you are, where you're calling from, and whatever you feel like, really. Something about the quote, something about your experience, a random passing thought, whatever. The time is yours. I will model Enso Alberto checking in with laughter, joyousness, a sense of excited calm, whatever that means. And with that, I'm in, which saying I'm in or I'm done or some sort of something just to signal that you're done speaking or you're done with your thought, allowing the next person or a new person to pick up and say whatever they have. I see, Kent, you have your hand raised. Would you like to go next?
Sure. Kent checking in and checking in from Houston, Texas. Right now, everything has pretty much been on a upward happy slope for, I don't know, maybe a couple months now. Everything's been going really great. And I'm sorry to call you out on this one, Enzo, but I blame you for all of it because, well, you're the one that kind of got me into the whole meditation thing. And ever since that, I mean, just everything, it brings a calm to you that you can, even in tense situations, you can just step back for a second and remember the calmness that you had during your meditations. And it kind of just brings that all forward. And it brings that calmness to your everyday life. And, you know, like you were saying, this excited calmness, the calmness does have a big excitement and happy element to it. It's not this boring calmness. It's beyond that. And probably been rambling here, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, and with that, I'm in.
Chris, Bryant, would any of you like to check in?
Yeah, that was really good. You did a great job of getting that going. I've always had a form of meditation in most of my life, as my journey to sobriety started with self-reflection. So meditation became part of my daily routine. And that's it for me. You can move on to the next. It looks like Roscoe's got their hand up.
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Perfect. I just got this want and need to do something different with different emotions coming out as all too often anger. I'm actually related to Enso. He's been kind enough to pass this on to me, and I'm kind of been in the rough spot for the last 5 or 6 weeks. If you can probably extend that out to two months or so, dealing with a breakup and some sort of upper respiratory thing going on, eating Mucinex like it's candy. But even still, and I hate the holidays, but even still, I kind of have like you guys were saying, like a nervous, excited feeling on the upswing. And it's good to see other people kind of tapping into that. So yeah, this is Ross in Green Bay. I'm checking in and saying, I don't know. I look forward to this with open mind and an open heart. And thank you, Enzo, for inviting me to this. Much appreciated. And I'm ready to pass it on to Brian if he's ready.
Bryant checking in from South Florida. And that was my first time doing a guided meditation in a couple of years. I used to do that a lot in my early sobriety meditation tapes, like every night going to bed. And during it, I just felt a sense of calm and peace wash over and forgiveness, thinking about my little brother and hoping that he gets help and finds help, and a sense of ease knowing I'm in the right place where I'm supposed to be. And I look forward to the next meditation meeting. Appreciate your service, Enzo.
I appreciate just being able to do this, to be here with all of you and whoever else may be watching later. Just this is a moment in time, and we're taking full advantage of it. Or some crazy shit like that.
Now, question: Did I happen to miss out on anything? I was thinking it was at 6, and that might have been Eastern time. I was running.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just went through a quick meditation.
Okay.
This video will be available on YouTube and on Juggalos and Recovery page, I believe, and various other places. So I can definitely share this information with you. And there's a million other different kinds of meta scripts you can look up or whatever. But just because we still have time and I like to be helpful and overload people with information. That's okay, Josie. Has anyone, I can just offer some extra meditation examples and maybe a quick exercise. Oh, Brian, you have a question?
I want a question. Where does meta derive from, that form of meditation?
I am aware that meta is a Pali term. So like old school, like India, I believe. I honestly don't know how else it derived from, but supposedly the translation of metta means loving kindness. So the point of this meditation is to extend these goodwill, this healing thought, prayer, whatever you want to call it, to first yourself, because, like Julio said, you can't help me if you can't help yourself. And he was right. In order to be of best service to others, is to first be in best service to ourselves. Hence why we begin with ourselves when we start this meditation. Then we push ourselves not too hard onto, someone you love already, someone the love comes easy to, then to someone you don't necessarily like, and then to the whole world at large. Brian, you have your hand raised? You still there?
Bryant is at work right now, so he may not be able to respond quickly. But Josie did also have her hand up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Moving on to Josie.
I'm still here. I was listening.
Okay. Did you have a question real quick before Josie?
No, that's it. I was just curious.
The floor is yours, Josie.
I was gonna say, can you turn up your volume a little bit? Because for some reason, when everyone else talks, I can hear them, but I cannot hear you that well. I'm getting every other word. I'm trying to listen and not talk too much right this second, but for some reason, I can't hear you that well
Oh, no.
because you're talking so quietly.
Oh, okay. Is this any better? Yay, nay?
Yeah, I can hear you a little better now.
Okay. Let me double check my settings real quick. Yeah. Can anyone else hear me decently? Huh. I will do my best to talk louder. You have another question, Josie?
No, you're good. I was just saying, I just couldn't hear you. So I was just wondering if it was your sound or what was going on. So I was just trying to help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ross, did you have your hand up?
Yes, I hear you fine. I hear everybody pretty good. I just downloaded this the Google Meet onto the iPad, so it's must be the freshest version, and that's good. That's all I had to say was that I hear you fine.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got one. So normally, a normal week for me, I'd be working at this point. Are there other meetings, or is this a weekly thing at this time, and so forth, kind of thing? I would be interested in catching it next time and not being late. Sorry again. But yeah, that's my question.
As far as meditation goes, I believe as of right now, this is the only one, and it should be weekly. There are a bunch of online, for my world, Zen communities, who have like daily meditation practice at 7 a.m. Central Time. I'm not sure if that would be an option for you, but
it's kind of early, but it could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be my suggestion. If meditation practice in a group setting is your aim. I know there are many different Zen communities in different time zones, and they generally host free Zoom meditation calls.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things that I have found that helps me tremendously is meditating first thing in the morning. It kind of sets my mind on a track before it has a chance to get diverted to a bunch of other stuff. Puts me into a calm mood from the very beginning. And I try to do it first thing in the morning, and then right before I go to sleep also, so that I kind of go to sleep with the same thoughts on my mind. Like I say, try. there was times where I wake up and I'm like, oh man, I'm running late for work, and I just grab a coffee, run into the car, and there goes that. I don't have my meditation that day, and I can definitely tell when I've missed it because my whole day feels like it's just missing something.
Is anyone here familiar with the form of meditation known as japa, or chanting, or bead counting? So,
I am now.
Speed counting is fun.
yeah. So, just to give a demonstration, you'd hold, a bead in between like two fingers, and you would chant something like a Tibetan mantra, like Om Mani Padme Hum, or, love, 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 peace, peace, peace.
Reminiscent of rosary.
Yeah, rosary, exactly. But when I first started meditating, I just had a very chaotic mind, just thoughts all over the place. And like prayer beads or whatever was a nice little tactile something to get me to focus. And then it's like, okay, I hold it, I say the stuff, and then I move on to the next one. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Oh, start over again. Repeat, repeat. That was one thing that helped me. But the negative of that is, what if you don't have it? I recently learned that you can use your fingers to count. Which seems so obvious, but it was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I never thought of this before. Because there have been times where I'm frustrated, like, ooh, like I wish I had my little beads to play with, and now I don't have it. But ever since discovering that, it's like, oh yes, yes. Clenched fist, wait, never mind. Count, 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 count. Or one thing that helped me before the bead counting was a form of meditation. Bear with me. Shikantaza. Shikantaza, which means like just sitting, which I'll spare all the hardcore stuff that no one cares about. the main point of it is that while you're meditating, it's mainly just to watch your mind. Passing thought, okay, watch the whole thought play out. Hilarious, hilarious. Now I'm feeling upset about something. Well, let's just watch it. Okay, now I'm hungry. What am I going to make for dinner? Bell rings. It's like, I didn't do shit. Or did you? Like, still concentrating on the passing thoughts of your mind still as benefit and gives you some space in between when it's actually happening and whatnot. Just mindfully watching the thoughts like clouds in the wind blowing by. Which, that was super easy because that's like lazy meditation. Which is just like, yeah, I'm just going to sit here for like 30 minutes and just stare at the wall, stare at whatever passes outside my window. But that time is yours. And you spent it doing what you wanted to. And that's beautiful. Okay. You raised your hand?
Yeah. Oops, sorry. So when observing these thoughts, do you observe them with detachment and just watch them go by like, train cars that you're watching go down a railroad track? Or do you try to engage the thoughts? Is it just observation?
It all depends on the situation. Something could pass your mind that is something you don't necessarily want to think about. Maybe you should look at that a little bit more. Or an important task crosses your mind. Ah, yes, I must remember to the beauty of it is that's kind of it. Just watch your thoughts. You can do whatever you want after that point. I mean, obviously, the best answer is to be detached from it and just to watch it go by, not caught up in it. But easier said than done sometimes. Sometimes you just have to sit there. Yes, Brian?
Have you ever tried astral projection meditation?
Yes, I have tried.
Have you ever had an out of body experience while doing so?
Not while doing that. During a meditation, I had an out of body experience, but not actually engaging in trying to have an out of body experience. That's never really worked for me. It more felt like lucid dreaming to me, but that's just my experience. That was yeah.
I had one experience. I wasn't trying to do the astral projection, but I was in heavy meditation for like 45 minutes to certain music and like floated outside of myself. And I could see the people in the room while I was meditating, but I had my eyes closed. I know I was sitting there, but I could visually see everybody. I think that's like the only time I've ever achieved like that deep of a meditation. And I've tried multiple times with astral projection since then and never got the same floating effect.
Yeah. I have never properly astrally projected. When I hear from my wife, when she talks about her experiences, it sounds like the best thing ever. Or it sounds nothing like anything I've experienced. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm doing it wrong. But that's just her experience and how it works for her. Everyone is different, and my lucid dreaming very well could have been an out-of-body experience. Who's to say, except for yourself, really? It's when you're deep in the experience, you just kind of know.
I don't really like when I sleep dream. I've tried the lucid dreaming, but have yet to ever have dreams procure from falling asleep in meditation to lucid dreaming.
Yeah, I also have never been like, it's interesting. When I try to lucid dream, it doesn't happen. But when I try to out of body, that's when I lucid dream. Maybe that's something there.
I was just curious. I didn't know if you had any like techniques.
It's actually kind of funny you bring this up because have you ever heard of the gateway experience?
No.
So the gateway experience is that CIA meditation technique from the Monroe Institute. It's like you can find the audio files online and everywhere. Reddit has one. But it's like guided meditation tapes that they play two different tones in your ears. And why I believe and feel that this is a viable meditation avenue is that the two different tones are coming into your different ears and are syncing up your brain to produce a constant, steady tone. The way how they describe it is it's all energy based. The energy produced by the left hemisphere is slightly different than the right. The tones playing in the background slowly shift them and tune them to a certain frequency. And then it's just a process of getting into this relaxed state. The next one is exploring a little bit, like making a bubble, and then it's like sleep meditation / like out of body projecting, which I didn't really feel like it did anything for me, but didn't do anything for me in the sense of actually having the out of body experience, but I did receive new insights about just my meditation practice in general, like underlying questions that I was trying to solve. I gained a little bit more clarity on those and kind of came to the thought or idea that an out of body experience could mean many different things. Maybe an out of body experience is just your body sitting here, but your mind still sitting where it is miles away in a thought or what have you. Who knows? But if it sounds interesting, it's definitely worth looking into the gateway experience. Right?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna start looking it up, see if I can find some YouTube thing. But you were saying like the two different tones is like, so I look up different tapes, or well, I used to like every night, and certain ones are played at different like gigahertz tones. Is it like certain tones for the
Yes.
two tone ones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in one ear it's like a subtle tone, while the other ear has like ocean surf. And I guess it's like somehow flip-flop to how your brain wants to interpret those sounds. So it kind of just like resets it.
Yeah, I've also heard of like the binaural beats where you know, it's one frequency in one ear, one in the other, and the combined frequencies, you know, through constructive destructive interference, are supposed to put it within like a range of like your delta hertz frequencies, which is, you know, like 6 to 8 or something. I don't remember what they are. I haven't really explored it or studied it at all, but supposedly it's a, you know, a frequency that your brain is more apt to spiritual things or something like that. At least from what I've read.
From what what I would listen to when I do, I think that different hertz are supposed to hit different parts of your chakras and align with different things you're trying to obtain. So that's why I was asking with the one he was talking about, the gateway, if it was a certain hertz that's played, because he was talking about the two sounds, because I've listened to the ones where it has certain background noises with a certain hertz, and it's supposed to help you achieve a certain form of meditation, whether it's peace or love or prosperity or clearing of like bad juju, or all the hertz though are supposed to resonate differently. That's why the frequencies are different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this bell I have, whatever hertz it is, it's tuned to like the heart frequency.
It's hard to hear on
yeah,
on this one.
But yeah, that's there. I definitely believe there is some validity to sound healing and therapy, and mainly one thing I want to promote mainly is that there are a million different types of meditation practices all over the place. It doesn't have to be just this one. If you have a practice that resonates with you and you find benefit from it, my suggestion is continue exploring that. There is no right or wrong method as long as it helps you get you where you want to go. We got about 10 minutes left. I'll just kind of leave it open.
I'd seen a meme or something where it was this one guy, you know, he climbs the mountain to talk to the guru at the top of the mountain to ask him, you know, how do you meditate? And the guru tells him, I don't know. And that was like the end of it. And I'm like, I had to think about that one. But with certain types of meditation, you know, I guess you're trying to go in with no preconceived judgments or anything. You're trying to go in with a completely open mind. So you do have to kind of go in with a I don't know attitude. Once you think you know, you're no longer learning. What I like about this is I'm seeing people that I see at the gathering, and I'm like, it makes me happy because I remember the gatherings every time I see you guys. So
Russ?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my camera here and kind of meet every. Oh, I'm sideways. That's fun.
actually, you're right side up to us.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, just to me then. Yeah. So I've known Enzo. I'm gonna call him Enzo in here. Try to be mindful of that. Thank you. That I've known him for. Man, has it been 12 years already? 11 or 12 years?
Yeah.
Been family for almost half of that, and I myself, I'm not a juggalo, but I have a very strong appreciation for what they have going on, just the community, and it seems like the brotherhood it seems really cool. I guess my question is to all of you, leaving Enzo's answer out of this. What if I showed up with him one year? Would you guys take me under your wing, and would that be cool? Would I be welcomed into the pack, at least for the time being, or for at least for a gathering? Would that be cool?
Oh, always welcome. I mean, every single one of us were newbies to the gathering at once, you know. I think
the wheel.
I think the first gathering I went to back in 2012, 13, I don't remember which one it was. I think that's when I met Tox. Then I met Chris probably several gatherings after that. I think I met Enzo a couple gatherings ago. And I mean, everyone is a first timer at one time, and everyone is so accepting. I don't know if you've ever watched any of the YouTube videos where like these people go and it's their first gathering and they're like, oh my God, I'm so scared. And their whole view of everything is completely different when they leave. They're like, wow, I did not expect that. I didn't expect the community and the love and the acceptance that was there.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I can relate on that, because at one point about 10 years ago, I was like, oh, I only like this kind of music or this kind of music. And my dad had been running and promoting a bluegrass festival for about 10 years at that point. And then I became a part of it. And slowly but surely, it kind of became a part of my life. I started introducing the bands and became a part of that community up here in Wisconsin. And so if it's anything like that, even just a fraction of that, it would be a good time to me and well worth the trip. So I don't know, maybe we start planning for next year or the year after, but I definitely do want to make it down there, because I know people other than Enzo and yourselves that are also attending, and it just seems like a really good time. And like you said, eye-opening, Kent. So yeah, looking forward to the possibility. And thank you guys, honestly.
Chris, do you have your hand raised?
Yeah, I thought I'd share just a little bit of a story, because I know both of you from very different things. So the whole reason I ever ended up getting involved with Juggalos and Recovery is the actual president of the organization came out to a Morton's List event that we were hosting at the gathering, and it was his like first time ever trying it. He ended up getting invited to the secret game that we do every year, and part of the game was a drinking game. We challenged him to do something outside the box that wouldn't violate his own morals. And year after year, we ended up doing more and more things with this whole recovery thing, and to the point where now we have a meeting list that is based on a dice rolling game that is similar to Morton's List. So I'm glad to have everybody here again.
Hello, Stacy.
Stacy is most likely busy with everything going on in her life. She's always just kind of here to listen when she can.
I think a couple people may have been joining not knowing Eastern time versus other time zones.
Yep, that's why we do the live stream thing, so they get push notifications, but they're usually a bit late, so it happens. If it's always up to the host on how long they want their meetings to run.
Yeah, ending in 3 minutes sounds good. The video should be up and have all the shenanigans and what have you. But with any of the new people here, do you have any questions about meditation or creating a practice or anything like that? Brian?
No, I just want to thank you again. It was just like a reminder of my early recovery to bring me back to my roots that I need to do more meditation in the form of which I used to do it, which was guided or meditation tapes. Haven't really been doing that much. You know, self care is important. So I do like listen to music, and that's a form of meditation, but it's not the same thing at all. And Roscoe, if I see you at the gathering, I'll just give you a big hug and welcome you home.
Appreciate that, Brian.
Josie?
I would say broken, because why am I now trying to figure out how to play magic cards? And I would say, yeah, if I saw any of you at the gathering, all bets off, you're all getting a fucking hug. And some of you are going to be fucking tortured to not see me because I'm a ninja. I will find you before you find me.
One minute to go. Oh.
One thing that I like doing is meditating outside. Right now, I'm outside on the lawn chair on my patio, but for some reason, just being outside, I really like just the sounds of nature. And I mean, I'm in Houston, so the sounds of nature here are also, you know, sirens going by, sometimes a gunshot here and there, off in the distance. But it's still, you know, it's just I like being able to be outdoors. Maybe it's a in touch with nature thing. I'm not sure. It's just I enjoy it more outdoors than indoors.
That is the top of the hour. Thank you all very much for being here, for watching, for everything that you do. Have a good day, everyone.